Hey everybody, afternoon. It's about 12:47, and I thought I'd talk to you guys about talk a little wrestling with you guys, a little wrestling news. Talk about some things I found out over the past few days. Well, one of the first things I want to talk about is what the people that run, that do the people that post video, that own the Film Wave YouTube channel. They talk about wrestling and other things going on, stuff like that, which is cool. But one of the things they were talking about was a rumor going around that Impact Wrestling, this is a rumor, that Impact Wrestling was going to be canceled off Spike TV. Now, I've mentioned this before in a video. Mr. Rout of the Off the Ropes show mentioned it in a video. It seems that Spike TV is becoming more diverse, basically 50-50, if you will. In other words, they're trying to give equal programming and airtime, not just to men's programming, but to women. So in other words, like I say, being more diverse. Now, that's okay, that's the decision. But as I said in my video, I feel that somebody might be behind it that wants it that way. But we can't really judge that. But this is why the rumor of Impact Wrestling possibly being canceled off Spike has come about. Because UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championships, is going now to FX, along with the shows The Ultimate Fighter and the UFC stuff. And then also with the new deal with the Fox networks, that on network television of all places, they will be getting their Fight Night specials. But here's the question. People were having, and what the Film Wave people talked about, is Impact Wrestling next? Are they next on the list of men-related shows and programming that could be canceled? And if so, where would they go? Well, first of all, I will agree with what they said at the end of the video. I don't think Impact Wrestling will be canceled. They got too much invested in it, and Spike TV obviously has a huge deal with with the Carter family, Panda Energy, whatever you want to call them, that supported it. So I don't think Impact Wrestling is going to go anywhere. However, if it was to be canceled off Spike, where would it go? Well, what networks or cable networks would want to pick it up? Well, FX might pick it up, because let's not forget, TNA's had a deal with Fox Sports in the past, but that was when they were on the Fox Sports Network, FSN, not FX. So they could go to FX, no big deal. They could try to get the same deal that UFC did. That way they could have the Impact Wrestling on FX and probably have a 2 hour special, something similar to Clash of the Champions, on Fox Network, which would be a good thing for them if Spike TV was to cancel Impact Wrestling. But I don't think that's going to happen. But again, FX would be a good option to go, try to get the same deal that UFC did. But there are other options. One other option they brought up was G4. G4 is a good option, but even though the original roots are video game related, they have mentioned that they are becoming more diverse, more of a men's network, if you will, with shows like Ninja Warriors, Cops, you name it. Attack of the Show. It'd be a good option for them. But then you got another network I don't think they mentioned. And that other network that they didn't mention was Versus. Now Versus has had a deal, probably still has a deal in a way, with UFC. So what better option besides FX, G4, or for Impact to probably move to if Spike TV was to ever cancel it, than the Versus network? That'd be a good option for it right there. But then again, we don't really know what's going to happen. I know why this has probably been started up. people are figuring with Ring of Honor coming into syndication now at various times during the weekend, that's going to take a lot away from Impact Wrestling. It may not. But in my honest opinion, I think this whole rumor of Impact Wrestling possibly being canceled off Spike was probably created by someone that doesn't like Impact Wrestling, and they just wanted to start something and get some kind of fire under it. But like they said at the Film Wave, I don't think Impact Wrestling will be canceled. And honestly, if it does, I think the most logical choice in a way is to either go with Versus or get the same deal that UFC did with the Fox networks. So to me, those would be the two most logical choices. G4, yeah, it's a good option, but I'd definitely go more with the I basically go more with the Versus deal because I'm more sports oriented than anybody. Now, speaking of TNA wrestling, I was watching a video today with the rumors going around, and if you read the spoilers for not just last night's Impact, but for next week's and the following weeks, words going around, and this is for the Impact broadcast of the 29th, not the 22nd, that Hulk Hogan has a special announcement that he's going to make at the Impact tapings in Knoxville, Tennessee, concerning his career. Now, according to various reports and what the people at Film Wave have said, Hulk Hogan is possibly looking to leave TNA Wrestling at the end of his contract this year, and rumors are going around that if he goes, so will Eric Bischoff. But will they go? According to some rumors, Hulk Hogan may leave, but Eric Bischoff may stay. Some people have said that. Some rumors and sources have said that. But what's really going to happen? You know, what's true and what's not? Well, apparently Hulk Hogan's got this new show on True TV called Micro Championship Wrestling. So we don't know how long that's going to last. We don't know if it's going to pick up or anything. But the question is, will he leave TNA? And if he does, would there be a chance he'd go back to WWE? Possibly a good chance, because WWE is always open to bringing someone like him in. But is he actually leaving, or will he sign a new contract? You see, for the past year or so, the news going around was that with Hulk Hogan and Bischoff coming in and making this whole Immortals deal, the news going around is that Hulk Hogan and Sting was being built up to for the past year for Bound for Glory. The reason it was being built up to is because Bound for Glory is around the same time, apparently according to some sources, that Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff's contracts with Impact Wrestling TNA will expire. Which means if Hogan does leave, then this match with Sting at Bound for Glory will be not only his possible last in-ring appearance as a competitor, but will be one of his last appearances possibly for Impact Wrestling. Now, a lot of people might say something like Impact Wrestling spent so much money on bringing these guys in just so they can have Hogan Sting. It doesn't make sense. Well, of course it doesn't make sense, but like I said, it's like I said in my No Surrender video, it's all about the moolah. It's all about the money. Because whether you like it or not, Sting and Hogan will draw. No doubt about it. And apparently the way the storyline is being created, some of it is based in storyline and some of it's based in reality, is that apparently they're going to try to get Hulk Hogan to go red and yellow again, go babyface before he leaves, and basically, storyline-wise, get Eric Bischoff out of his life. That's apparently what it's leading towards. Apparently they want Hogan to leave leave the company. If Hogan does leave, they want him to leave as the Hulk Hogan of Hulkamania, not the Hulk Hogan of Immortal. That's what they want. The Hulk Hogan of Hulkamania, not the Hogan of Immortal. So apparently that's obviously where this whole situation is going, But the question is, does it tie in reality or storyline based with Hogan leaving? If it's storyline based, then obviously that means Hogan and Bischoff may have signed on for another year. But if it's reality based, which a lot of sources are strongly saying it could be according to FilmWave, then no doubt that Hogan's going to want. There's no doubt that Hogan's going to want to go out as a babyface, as what brought him to the dance, and that's the red and yellow of Hulkamania. And if it's also mixing in a bit of storyline, have him go out by finally getting rid of Eric Bischoff, or getting Bischoff out of his life. So there's that. And then one more final item before I run out of time here. One more final item. It seems that the rumors and the news circulating that The Rock may be wrestling at Survivor Series seem to be true. Seem to be becoming more true as the months go on, because the latest poster that was posted by The Rock on his Facebook page and at sites like WrestlingNewsWorld.com apparently show that Rock will be competing at Survivor Series and will be teaming, that's right, you heard me, teaming with his opponent at WrestleMania, John Cena. That's right. Even though he's facing John Cena at WrestleMania in the main event, the rumor, according to the poster, it says Rock and Cena will be joining forces, never before and never again. So basically this will be a one-time deal for Rock and Cena. Apparently Rock coming in to compete at Survivor Series will be to have him team with John Cena, but this will also help build towards the WrestleMania match. So that's the news going on there as far as The Rock and Survivor Series go. And that's my thought overall to some of the wrestling news that I've heard about and read about over the past few days. Comment down below if you like, tell me what you think, and I'll talk to you all later.